welcome a former champion of the main event in it again. This is your second or third time in the main event finals?
Third time. I'm happy to be here.
Okay. You are in contention not only for this event, but also for the Nexus All-Around Championship with another competitor, Riaz.
Yeah, it was a marathon so far.
Are you worried about that that being a consideration in this game?
No, it's a part of the game, but I think no, for sure I will not, and Riaz will not give a good result in the finals to win the all around.
So you are picking probably last.
Yeah. It depends if some of my opponent prefers not to choose and to let others choose.
Okay, so are you preparing for a country in particular, like Turkey or Italy or?
I played Italy in the first finals, and it went not so good. But I was a not experienced player, so I could not handle the relationship with players. Very expert, very skilled, rather than me. So I think it was not because of Italy. It was because I was not ready to play against them.
When you won before, you did a Western triple.
Yeah.
Will you Western triple again? I'm joking because I don't think you'll be in the West.
I think I will not have a Western power, so it's not a problem for me. In my second finals, that was season 4, I was very focused on the structure of the map. So I tried to create a tactic that was made to pursue the interests of my allies, and I think my game style has changed, and now I try to understand better the other players more than to modify the structure of the map in towards my interest or the interest of our players. So it's maybe a little a more difficult game style, but I think it can work better, and it's more enjoyable for anyone.
Okay, I keep waiting for stitches, so I'll just keep going. Why are the Italians so good at the game of diplomacy and so bad in real life diplomacy?
But if you think that out of five seasons, 2 were won by an Italian and 2 were won by an Argentinian, and both Italy and Argentina are not good diplomatic countries. So I don't know why, but it's strange.
If you win this game, will I get some sort of recognition for helping you in your semifinal game, being your janissary?
Yeah. I qualified last 7th because I played only one game. I didn't play the 2 games I could, because the first one was going so bad that I believed that I was going to be eliminated, and so it was not. It was a too strong a commitment for me to play also the other game. Instead, when we reached the mid game, also thanks to your attitude, I could do a big comeback and to qualify with a single game.
What explains your amazing success on Nexus? Are you cheating?
Well, let's say that if someone was going to find a way to cheat maybe it would be a very interesting way to win in diplomacy. Diplomacy, in some way, is cheating, because you have to find the right relationship with others and to beat some others that are not as good as you. But
do you promise to come on and do a post-game interview in which you will make Audacious Hand feel very small?
But in reality, I met Audacious Hand in the first round, and he was wonderful. It was a very fun game, but he destroyed me. So we met twice. The first time in the finals of season 3, and he didn't play so good. He destroyed himself and me, and so Italy and Austria went out of the game very early. In this season, he played a wonderful game. He was England, and I was Germany. We had a Sea Lion against him, and he was able to top that game at the end.
Stitches, any questions before we go?
Not really. Me and Pez are pretty intimate. We know a lot, so it's good seeing you.
Okay, good luck. Good luck, Pez. David, I guess this should just be an easy first place, because it always seems to be you're in first place. So we'll see, but best of luck to you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Bye-bye. Welcome, Tanjian. This is what, your third finals?
No, the second.
Second. Last year didn't go so well for you, if I remember correctly. You got stabbed by Kudasov.
Yes, you're right. It was.
So you are excited about coming on board, and you are in the 6th position.
Yes, I am.
All right. So what are you expecting out of the Paris method here today?
I would like, okay, 6th position, most likely there will be Austria and Turkey left. So I will decide who is Russia. Like the one who is Russia, I have my preference who would I like to see in Russia, then I would take either Austria or Turkey.
Okay.
How will that influence you, though? Because Russia in general can have deals with Austria and Turkey. So
I think we have this time some special characters in the game, and I don't know, I'm 6th and I have no big choice, but I think I will depend really who is in Russia and who is in Italy, and then I can pick something.
So if you have a friendly Russia, you think you might jug, but you don't want to be like Austria. You don't want to be stuck in Turkey if you have if you have an angry Russia.
You don't have to reveal your strategy. You
don't have to, yeah.
There were no special.
It's just a picking method.
I think it might be, tell us your success. I mean, 2nd finals in a row. How are you here again? What do you attribute it to?
I think it was a very interesting season. 2 preliminary games. I had no difficulties to reach the semifinals, and in the semifinals, my first game went really well. With Matthew Krill was in the game and Jaromir Sulja, and I did play a good Russia in these games. And then my second game was just was a game for discussion. There was you, Mr. Sullivan, then Riaz was there, Ewok.
I got eliminated. It was a bad game for me.
For me, it was just like in 2005, I had my final ticket in the pocket, so I could decide what to do. And then I helped someone else to reach the finals as well.
Okay, well, that may or may not work out for you this time.
We'll see. We'll see.
Okay, Superstition, any more questions for Tanjian?
No, good luck.
Thank you.
I really like that you have the loyalty going through, and that even though at the end you weren't willing to kingmaker, you're still going for the best results. So look forward to the same gameplay. Hopefully it works out for you this time.
I hope so. I hope so.
Okay, I'll tell Humble to be easy on you and Audacious Hand when they come in. Just I forgot what country you're really from. Tell our viewers.
Okay, I'm living in Germany for 30 years now, but my country of origin is Croatia, actually.
That's what I thought. I remembered. Okay, well,
Yes.
Good luck.
Thank you very much.
All right. Welcome, Max Fax, Sergey, to another main event finals for you, season 6. And I know you were in season 3. Were you in any others?
Seasons 4 and 5. I didn't make to season 5 finals. I think I was kind of close, but didn't make it.
Okay. Oh, season 4 finals you made.
Yeah, 4, and I played in 5 and 6.
That's right. You were Russia, and I believe second?
Yeah, I think we tied for first with Pez and Marcus, and Pez won because he was higher seed.
So you've played in a finals game before. How will that affect your thinking now?
It probably will not affect it at all, given there are quite a few new players. So Pez will be there, but the rest are new. So I think it will be a totally different game. Very excited.
Even though you're in America and have been for a long time, but your origin is Russia, it seems like you always play Russia in diplomacy. So will you play Russia again in diplomacy?
So you remember the BNI, right? The game we played. Yeah. So in the previous final, I was not given a choice. That was a random choice, right? This time, given I'm picking 5th, I won't mind to pick Russia because that will be probably a decent pick at that time. Like I'm assuming people will just choose to pick first, and it will be like Turkey, Italy, and something else left. I will deliberate what that country is, that third one, something else. And if it's bad for me, I'll pick Italy. If it's good, I'll pick that third country choice for me.
Okay. Humble really likes playing with you. If he comes on the podcast and critiques you, will you cry?
I will not cry. I think his points are most often correct. I think you cannot have a perfect game. And, you know, my goal in diplomacy always first is, you know, to have fun, to just keep in mind it's a game and you want it to be fun. You know, it could be intense emotions, you know, a lot of communication, but you want to keep it in mind that the main priority for me, and it's probably wrong for others may decide it's just, you know, result or nothing. But for me, it's to have fun, make some sort of connection, you know, meet cool players, you know, maybe some interesting thinking which you don't agree now, but may try to understand them. And only third is the result, which I'm already happy to be in the final. So I consider that's great. You know, I just hope to have a chance to be in the game for some time. The worst thing for the person is like, if you're just taken out in the first 3 years, and that's probably not fun. And that's why I hoping to kind of be in the game for, you know, at least until mid game with some chances. And then it's always, you know, 1 and 2 will probably be met at that time.
You've had sustained success in diplomacy. How would you describe your style? I remember what you said before after the season 4 interview, but I'm wondering if you remember what you said.
My style, I don't remember exactly what I said, but I will say this. I'm a very logical player.
That's what you said.
Yes. Okay. So that's why I always say. So what I don't like, I have a probably weakness. If I sense any sort of, I will use this word, but, you know, don't misunderstand, any arrogance from any player, I will never ally with this player. So I have a weakness. I just, you know, based on like what I'm doing at work and stuff, I just don't like arrogant players. And what I mean by that is not simply being, oh, I'm the best. When your attitude is so high, but your skill and or level is so much lower based on my perception, that's what I don't like. If you're arrogant and you are super like best is the best, yeah, you can do whatever you want because you meet that criteria. But if to my mind, you're not, that's what I have kind of sometimes issues with. But, you know, that applies to the whole sort of life situation. And in diplomacy, that's simply how you communicate. You know, if you think everybody should just accept, you know, your, you know, plan, or else that's, you know, and you don't listen and don't negotiate. Like, you know, if your negotiation is making no steps, no nothing, just like keep, you know, bombarding with the same exact proposal, that's usually doesn't go well with me, but that's me.
That was my experience with you too. It's, you like that sort of empathy where you understand that it's mutual gain. It's not just your plan, this is what's going to happen. You automatically dismiss Germany and France because they were doing those things. Feel like we had a good relationship. The only thing I think that breaks you more than that is disloyalty. And then that's where I failed.
Yeah, I remember the game. I think it would have been a good game for you if you took my support as England to Denmark, because I was supporting. Yeah, that was exactly right. Because at that time, you know, Pes and Babo had a weird alliance. You know, Babo went out of Burgundy. I remember that very well. Even it's been already almost over a year. So that explains it well. I think that's a very good point.
That was complicated for me because I took Humble's advice too much and I started listening to the podcast and I totally threw my whole game off. I just totally flipped it and I really tried to force Germany to ally with me and it just wasn't happening. So that's my fault. We would have had a good game.
Sergey, last question from me. I've lost a lot of sleep over this. Should I have stabbed you in DBNI?
Yeah, I think you should have. What you should have done, and I would be totally fine. Talk to me about this, what's going on, because see what happened, and I'm really also upset because none of us made it. Not even the ice cream guy. I think he plays in Nexus by this Nick,
Correct.
So he basically was 8th, I was 10th, and you didn't make it. And I think if you were to stop, which probably was a very logical step, and I'm a logical player, so you would have found that I still enjoy playing with you. And Humble always, he has this unique skill to, I'm never mad at him. He stabbed me 2 out of 2. We played with him in the high-level games, and I'm never mad. I have zero negativity towards him, partly because he's good at making sure, A, I still achieved second result in this other game, which was kept me, in the running, and B, he has this empathy skill developed in a way that, and it's not always just to all come and say that, you needed to do that. It's a little bit more than that. So he has that skill and he can talk about it, what he has. But, I think short answer, sorry, it's longer than you need. You should have probably talked to me and stab to top and get to the final. That's, you should have done. Yes.
What a mensch. Okay. Congratulations on making the season 6 finals. We are looking forward to covering it. And we will, I'm sure, criticize you relentlessly, but I think you have at least one A++ in you. Thank you, Max.
All right. Thank you, guys. Excited.
Bye-bye.
Okay, bye.
Philip, welcome to the season 6 Nexus finals. It's been a long grind. How do you feel?
I feel fantastic and very lucky, honest to God.
I've never heard of you, so that doesn't mean anything. But if I've never heard of you, I'm thinking a lot of people in Nexus and diplomacy at large don't know anything about you. So tell us what you want to tell.
Well, I'm Philip. I'm from Florida, but I currently live in Washington, D.C. I started playing diplomacy about 2 years ago when one of my friends invited me over for a fun face-to-face match. I immediately got hooked to the detriment of everybody I knew. And I got onto Backstabber, started playing that a lot. And then I heard about Nexus and decided to jump in. Thank God that at the last minute, they had extended the deadline and I snuck in. And then, yeah, then here we are. It's been a wild ride ever since, at least very entertaining.
So this is your first time in a Nexus season finals. I've asked all the other first timers, do you have any comprehension that the press that's about to explode in this game is at least 3 or 4 times any individual game you've ever played?
I'm actually kind of excited about that, honest to God, because as a player, I think that my strength is my press. So I'm excited to crack jokes, have fun, and to get to know these other players, because it's going to be a fun and unique experience. So who can hate it? How would you describe your playing style in general? In general, I'm very press oriented and super alliance and honesty oriented. It was something that I was super curious about if it would work in Nexus, and game to game, I've still been trying to decide whether or not it's a good strategy. But I mean, it seems to have worked. We'll find out how it actually works. You are picking 4th
well, we don't know, but you can do no worse than fourth. Do you have an idea of East or West or where you'd like to be?
Great question. I know I want to play somewhere where I'm comfortable as a country that has the opportunity to engage with a lot of people. Because at bare minimum, this is a good chance for me to get to meet other players. I'd like to see myself go in the West because most of my games in the tournament, everyone's seen me in the East. So I'd like to be West, but if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out.
Okay, Stitches, any questions?
Yeah, just no, not really. Just be prepared for the press. I know I slept in the guest room and put it on vibrate up till 2 a.m. with the West Coast people, and then getting 5 o'clock press from the Italians. So it's a lot. Good luck.
That's what makes it fun.
Okay, well, look, definitely rooting for someone I don't know. I hope you listen to the podcast as it goes on throughout. You will be critiqued relentlessly by Stitches and Audacious Hand, and I'm sure you'll get nothing but fantastic grades from me.
Yeah, I'd hope so. We'll find out. That's what makes it fun, though. And nothing is better than constructive criticism.
It's not constructive. It's just
even better.
It's just bitter.
Nothing is better than being roasted alive for other people's enjoyment.
We're jealous, we're bitter, we're angry, and we take it out on people who did better than us.
We'll make you
honest to God, I would too, probably. I will be probably as soon as I get eliminated.
All right, Philip, best of luck to you, sir, and we'll see you in a few minutes.
Likewise, y'all. Good luck out there.
Okay, Ewok, Village Idiot, Greg, Chris, whatever you are from Canada. Welcome to, I don't know, what is this, your third, fourth finals of Nexus?
My third time, yeah.
Congratulations. And you are picking where?
I don't know.
Placed where?
The place where?
I placed, I think it was third.
Oh, that's good.
Actually, yeah, you are third. I'm confirming it right now.
Okay.
Do you have a theory on what you're going to do? Do you be in the East or the West? You'd probably get your pick.
I don't know. So last time I was a little bit more tactical on where I wanted to go. I think in the last season, I was a little bit more of the bigger name. So it was important for me at that time that I wanted to be in a corner so I could have a little bit of extra defensible time to make some bonds, to survive while I'm getting to know people. I don't think that's as big of a problem this time around because I think there's a lot of big names in this one. We've got 4 former finalists, 1 former winner. One of the other players has been around for a long time in the face-to-face community. So I'm not as concerned about that. So I'm more looking towards countries I like. I've got a set of countries in my mind that I tend to do better with. And I've got some in the East and the West that I tend to do better with. So I'm not worried about which side of the map as long as it's something I like. And I'm also looking towards who my neighbors might be. Because I do think there are people, I met a lot of the people that are in this game on the way up. So I don't need to worry as much about having that time to connect with people in the first few years. I think I've got some understanding what people are like and they know me and either they like me or they don't like me. I think I have a feel for who I can work with and who I can't work with. So it's nice to get close to those people that I know I can have that instant rapport with and stay away from people that I know that I won't. I know that, there may be people targeting me off the bat just because of how things went in earlier rounds. So I'll take that into consideration as well.
Have you psychoanalyzed everybody and figured out their entire life story through illegal background checks?
No comment.
Not as much as I would have had in the past. Some of the players I don't know at all. There's a couple players I've never played with or I just don't know anything about. So I'll have to go the old-fashioned way and get to know them inside of the game.
I was one of the players you met on the way down, and yet I feel if you win it, will you give me a footnote in your victory when you entered the Nexus Hall of Fame?
Sure, absolutely.
You promise?
I do. I feel, you say that, but I feel like the way, not just the meta has gone, but my personal style has been influenced by players like both of you guys, where it's a lot more of that relationship-based meta where you don't need to be as aggressive as, I once upon a time felt. And I feel like that's kind of where I've taken this Ewok side of me in the past few years. And I'm trying to build more on that relationship and, take chances on relationships where in the past I might've been a little bit more paranoid to do that and instantly stab the moment that I saw a red flag So sure.
Will you emulate your style last year of never moving a unit and support holding for 7 years?
No, I've got some. One of the reasons why I came back this season was to make up for some not fantastic play last time. In the moment at last time, I thought the reason why I was doing it was good. I think it might have been good with a different country. I think as Russia, that probably wasn't the best approach. I remember at the time, Conk had given me the advice that as Russia, you're like a shark. If you don't move, you die. You have to keep swimming. You have to keep moving. And I wasn't doing that. I think I was too passive when I should have been more aggressive. I was too aggressive when I should have been more passive. I didn't necessarily have my relationships down pat. I think I had some assumptions where I shouldn't have. So I need to make sure people I am working with know exactly where my head is at.
How many A quadruple pluses will I give you this season?
All of them.
Bitches, you got anything? Superstition, you good?
No, I guess welcome back. It's always good to see you. It's always entertaining to watch you.
Okay. For the listeners who don't know, you're talking to one of the best extended deadline players in the history of diplomacy. He's confident enough to drink. So what are you drinking? And I will toast good luck and a good season to you, sir. What are you drinking?
Pale ale. Having a pale ale.
All right. See you in a few minutes. Best of luck to you, sir.
Thank you very much.
Riaz, how are you?
I'm well, my friend. How are you?
Well, I'm doing well. Okay. Are you ready?
I'm ready to go.
All right. Welcome, Riaz, to the Season 6 main event finals. If I'm not mistaken, this is your first main event finals. Are you excited?
I'm excited and also a little bit nervous.
So in the power selection, where are you?
I'm in spot number 2.
Spot number 2. And so are you thinking about moving down or keeping that spot or don't know yet?
I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to see what everybody else does, but most likely I'm going to try to hang on to the spot that I'm in.
What makes you, you're like a, 3-tool player. You're good at face-to-face, virtual face-to-face, gunboat, and now press. What do you like about the press and what do you like about Nexus?
Well, the thing that I like most about press is the fact that I actually get to coordinate orders with somebody and actually build a formal alliance with them.
How'd that go for us?
Yeah, well, let's not talk about that. You actually survived longer than I did, so. But yeah, I mean, it's a lot of fun because it's not only strategy, but it's diplomacy as well, right? And sometimes your diplomacy works for you and sometimes it doesn't. And unfortunately, that was a game where it just didn't.
Do you expect to be in the West this time?
Do I expect to be in the West? I certainly hope so because I've played Eastern Powers pretty much throughout, except for my very first game. So it'd be nice to have a little bit of variety.
Superstition, any questions?
I was going to ask if he preferred to be in the West or the East, but he just answered that. So.
Well, are you ready? This is the same question I asked Dave Roberts. I believe you have a busy life. Are you ready? I can tell you, and Stitches can tell you, for the amount of press that will be in a finals game. It's easily 3 to 4 times any individual game you've ever played.
Absolutely. I say bring it on, and everybody can expect that for every message that they send to me, I'll probably send at least one back.
Okay, so you will be the conch of this year's tournament.
I don't think anybody could be the conch of any tournament.
Long form.
But yeah, I will write, and I will write with substance.
Okay. Thank you, Riaz. Best of luck to you in the Paris method, and have a good game.
No problem. Thanks for both of you for doing this.
You're welcome. Roberts, #1 qualifier going into season 6 main event. Got the target on your back. You've taken down Peter McNamara. Now you're going to take down the legends of Nexus. How do you feel?
You know what? I like playing this game. It's a fun game. So let's play another one. That's kind of how I feel. I don't know if there's targets or anything like that, but it's a fun game. I get to play another one where people keep score, so I'm all for it.
So you have the ultimate say in where you select, and we haven't had the Paris method yet, but have you thought about where you'd like to go and how you'd like to play?
You know, I haven't. This is going to be a good situation for me. We just, we're coming out of the end of because of COVID, I was teaching hybrid and coaching basketball during the wrong type of season. So I think like a lot of people, I barely made it through, being able to communicate in the other rounds or the last couple rounds. And so right now I just feel like, whatever country I am, whoever, I don't actually know the people. I've been on boards with them a few times, but I don't know anyone personally. So I honestly have no thought going in. I think any 7 countries will be fine. I'll at least be in the game. Whoever is near me, I'll try to get a relationship with them. But like I said, I'm going in with very little on the expectations thing and just try to make it a fun game and hopefully move my circles and triangles around a little bit. Hopefully they run into some dots and maybe stick around for a while.
Let me ask you this. Since you've never been in a finals game, you can multiply the amount of press in this game easily by 3 or 4 to any other game you've ever played. Will you have the time, you think, to just simply respond to the thousands of words that will be thrown your way?
Yeah, that's a good question. It will be brand new to me. I enjoy the press games, these Nexus press games. I like the idea of not saying, hey honey, I'm gonna play in a tournament this weekend, virtual face-to-face, and then basically sit down for 8 hours to play one game. So I get what you're saying. About kind of, it's always there. I always got to go back to it. I'll do a teaching reference. It's kind of like I'm an online teacher. I always got to be looking at what's coming in and what I can send out. But it's a new challenge. That's the cool thing about this game. There's a lot of different ways to play it, and so I'm, we'll see what happens. But yeah, I will definitely be communicating throughout.
Okay, and Stitches, any questions for Dave Roberts?
Yeah, you better start thinking about what you want to do. That's going to come up soon.
I figure regardless of what I do, I'm going to end up with a country. So regardless of what my strategy is, at the end, I'll have one of the 7. So I'll be in the game. So that's good enough.
All right. Well, look, best of luck to you, Dave. And just for people who do not know you, I know you in the virtual face-to-face world. And a lot of Nexus people may not know you at all. How would you describe your style to the world?
Boy, embarrassing. Let's go with embarrassing.
I'm the number 1 seed and you're embarrassed. Wow.
No, I think I'm still learning this game. Like it's real. I'm about a year in now, and if people paid attention to the virtual face-to-face stuff, yeah, sure, I've been teaching using colonial diplomacy for 20 years and all that type of stuff. But I mean, I haven't known about deep strategy, that type of stuff. I mean, I didn't know about any of that type of stuff even less than a year ago. So I'm still learning. I think, I'm trying to just be really patient and kind of see that you don't win or lose. Well, you don't win in the first couple of years, but you can lose in the first couple. So, try to be patient, but try to get some good relationships going, and we'll just see where they go.
Okay. Well, I'm calling you the People's Choice this year. Last year, my People's Choice person didn't do very well, but I'm rooting for you, Dave.
Entertaining.
Okay. Thanks so much.
All right. Thanks for doing this.
Good luck.
All right. Thanks.